I've said it before on the channel that Persona is my favorite series. There's a lot of reasons for that, but one of them is the UI. It's fire. I realized after playing these games that my desktop and phone were looking pretty boring, so I went ahead and customized them a lot, and that's what I'm going to show you today. You might not like mine, but maybe this will inspire you to make your own. It's really fun. You should try it. This is the one that I put the most effort in. It's for Persona 3 Reload. I loved the main menu. I also love P3's original main menu, but we'll get to that later. So for this, I used Wallpaper Engine and Rainmeter. Here's a quick tutorial for anyone new to either of these. Rainmeter looks more daunting than it is. Find a skin that you want, open the file to install, and pick what you want to be added. From there, you can open Rainmeter, find the skin folder, and load in whatever pieces of the skin you want. You can also go into the .ini files and tweak pre-made ones to get exactly what you want, mostly by changing X or Y values, scalar size values, or even color. I'm not a professional, but I will tell you that I made all this with just pre-made stuff and a little tweaking. Alternatively, you can make these things yourself. I don't really know how to do that though. The box on the top left and the use a skill in the bottom right I used by switching out image paths in pre-existing skin setups. You can do a similar thing, but I encourage you to learn more than I do. Wallpaper Engine is simple enough. Buy it for $2 on Steam, find a cool wallpaper on the workshop, download it, put it on. Easy. Or you could use a free alternative like Lively Wallpaper. No judgment. Now back to the video. All of the shortcuts and the little decals you see are made with Rainmeter. I wouldn't say necessarily made because I found pre-existing skins like this honeycomb one. So what I did was, these honeycomb ones come with their own, these come with their own like little honeycomb icons. This is a really popular skin on Rainmeter. Well, I didn't really like this. So what I did was I went into Photoshop and I made text in like a kind of P3R-esque font, and then I exported these all as images from Photoshop. And so I went into the ini path of these and switched out these images that come with the skin for my P3R text ones. And then I changed the file paths to the actual shortcuts of all of these. These are probably my most used apps on my PC: Spotify, Steam, Discord, Firefox, Dimmer, and Premiere. Dimmer, if you don't know, is a program that I use for dimming my screen at night. It's some random dude made it. Highly recommend. Not a sponsor, but like, it's goated. It's just goated. Thank you, Nelson Pyers. Thank you. And then the wallpaper was one that a friend of mine sent me. Why can't I type right now? This one. I didn't say it in the recording, but you can definitely find a better one. I'm just not in the mood to change it or look for a new one. If you're wondering about this is because in P3, right here where his like little, what is this? His little ribbon thing is coming off of his uniform, there's a counter for yen, and obviously I don't have my bank account link showing my funds, so I just decided to put the date and the time there because I thought it looked nice. By the way, for the one that I'm going to show later on my phone, I actually did figure out how to use the software, but for Rainmeter, bro, I don't know what it is, I hate the software. Let's be real, I don't hate it, but it just confuses the hell out of me, and I didn't want to work with it any longer than I had to, so I just found like skins that I could edit to turn into what I want instead of making it myself, which you could say is cheaping it out, but I say it's just being resourceful. And let me show you the clock up top real quick. Yeah, this, just plain clean, highly recommend. I'm using this one. I actually think I tweaked this quite a bit to change. I used the XY axis modifier to move these on top of each other, and then I changed the font to blue so that it would fit the rest of the theme, and it looked really nice. This use a skill I liked. I don't know, it just looked cool. But if I click it, it opens my recycling bin. That's what this is called. It opens my recycling bin. Oh yeah, and then this bar down here, I swear it's not just there for decoration. If I bring up any kind of music, it's a, what do you call it? Visualizer, audio visualizer. So yeah, that's my PC wallpaper. There's definitely some things that I could have done better. The text should be bigger and more accurate to the game, and if I could animate it, I totally would, but honestly, I don't know how to do that, and I don't spend too much time staring at my desktop, so this works pretty well for me. But this is not perfect, and you definitely can do better. The grand reveal. Hey everybody, I recorded myself talking with this phone camera angle, but that went on for way too long, so I'm just gonna dub over this. I made this wallpaper on my phone using KLWP. It's a fairly intuitive app, much easier than Rainmeter in my opinion, that anybody can use. Anybody that uses Android. Sorry, Apple people. Some of you can probably tell that it's based off of P3P's pause menu, especially with the circle opening on unlock, which is straight from the older games. KLWP, by the way, stands for Custom Live Wallpaper. It's in the line of other custom apps made by a guy named Frank Monza, I think. All I did was look at P3P's pause menu, take note of each shape, position, and line of text, and either try to recreate it or change it in a way that still fit. I took the same colors from the P3P menu and applied them to my shapes, and I also put an unlock animation to each of them so that they would smoothly slide on the screen when I unlock my phone, as if I'd open the pause menu. And I made sure to time them properly so they'd only come on screen after the circles had finished moving. All of the icons are basic font icons that can be found in KLWP for free. I made it so that clicking the icons or the text will open their respective apps using the touch command. The scrolling text in the back is based off of the scrolling main text from P3P. I wanted more movement on the screen, and the main text would have been too big, so I instead just opted for smaller lines moving in other areas. I did this by making them each looping, scrolling text that ends with the text being off screen, so that when it starts appearing again, it looks seamless. Sort of. The stars are looping rotations. I chose the complex animation action and gave it these properties in the animator to make it rotate on loop. You can do this too to get more specific with your animations. The weather icon and battery bar are free components that accurately display my percentage and weather in my area, which is pretty cool. When you make text, there's a bunch of pre-made formulas you can use to display different things like date or time. That's what I use for the top left and the top right. And that's my wallpaper.